We're gonna pretend that I didn't disappear for 3 weeks. Hello, my bookish besties, and welcome back to my channel. So, long time no see. I think literally the last time I uploaded it was 3 weeks ago, or almost 3 weeks ago. Just wanted to apologize for that. Me and my significant other both got sick. So they got the flu and then I had the flu. So we've been out that was 2 weeks of us being out for sickness, but feeling much better. But we are going to hop right back into filming. So sorry for the 3-week break. But anyway, so sorry if you guys were wondering where I went, but I was sick. But anyway, in today's video, we are going to be going over my fall TBR. So I do TBR videos, but I wanted to do just kind of a general fall TBR. You can't really see the books because I'm sitting beside of them, but I wanted to kind of go into my fall TBR. Let's get started with some books that I don't have the physical copies of, so either Kindle Unlimited books or books that are about to come out. Number one, I really want to read Nothing Like the Movies, which is the second book in the Better Than the Movies kind of universe. The next one is The Wingman by Stephanie Archer. This is the third book in the Vancouver Storm series. You guys know I love that series, and y'all already know that I want to read that. So next is Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. It actually just came out, but it's the second book in her Rose Hill series. So her current series she has going on, the one after Wild Love. The next is I really want to read the Harry Potter books. So I have watched the Harry Potter movies and loved the Harry Potter movies. However, I have not read any of the Harry Potter books. So I really wanted to read that. I realized that they were on Kindle Unlimited, so I was really wanting to dive into that again. The next is I've really been wanting to pick back up the Windy City series. So like Mile High, The Right Move, I think it's like Caught Up and Play Along. I've only read The Right Move, so I've kind of been wanting to get back into that universe. It's like a sports romance universe. I know there's going to be one more book in that world, so I've really been wanting to read that. There's another series. Why can't I remember? Is it Ember in the Ashes? I don't know. Editing Christian will have it somewhere on the screen. I can't remember what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's that book. It's like a 4-book series. It's an older series, but is it 4 or 3? I don't know, but the covers just got re-released and I've heard incredible things about that series. So I've really been wanting to read that series as well. When it comes to fall is a huge fantasy reading mood for me. The fall and the winter time are some of my favorite times to read fantasy books, and I am primarily a fantasy sci-fi girly. No, not sci-fi. Like, I'm mainly a fantasy magical realism girly. I am a romance girly, but I predominantly read fantasy and dystopian when I was younger, so romance is still kind of a newer genre for me, and any romance I did read always was in those categories. So I've really been wanting to read more fantasy books, so I'm so excited for the fall time. I read fantasy all year round, but fall and winter are like the perfect seasons for fantasy reading. So I believe that's all of the series I've been wanting to read in the fall time that I don't have the physical copies of. So we are now going to get into the books of all of the books I have sitting beside me that I want to read or continue, or just kind of everything. So there are also some rereads in here. I've really been wanting to reread a few books, so we also have that going on. All right, so let's go ahead. These are in no categories. Should they be in categories? Probably, but they're not. So this is going to be a little all over the place. I just pulled them off my bookshelves and put them in the pile. So first I want to read Christina Lauren, Love and Other Words. This book is about like I'm pretty sure it's like friends to lovers, like childhood friends, and they're both bookish people, so really want to read this. I got this at Half Price Books and I was so excited because this is the OG cover of Love and Other Words, so I was so excited when I saw this find at Half Price Books. So if you're ever looking for older covers of books, check your secondhand bookstores because they typically, I always find like the OG covers of things at the secondhand bookstores. So next, we have Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. It's about these kind of like more rich people in London, and it's a romance. This is a humongous series, and the newer covers actually just came out, but I really love these old OG covers, and the font is humongous. And I was saying how much I want these, but if you guys watch my birthday video, you guys actually know my fiance got this for me and it was so cute. So they got me the OG cover. So I want to get into this series. It's not like a happy romance book. It's very much so what I've heard of it. It's like toxic relationships. So I want a little drama because I'm boring. So if I need like some drama, some gossip going on, needs to come from my books. Now I actually just read A Man Called Ove and I already want to reread it. So really want to reread this book. I really want to annotate it. That's the main reason I want to reread it, because when I was reading it, I read it on my Kindle and I didn't annotate it. I stayed up like late at night while I was sick and because I couldn't sleep, so I literally read it all. So I want to reread it. This is also got this at the secondhand bookstore, so it's a little torn, a little beat up, but she's still loved. Next, I really want to read 11/22/63 by Stephen King. This brick of a book. I actually started reading this last fall, but I binged a good chunk of it in a day, and then I just put it down and never picked it back up again. It wasn't like I DNF'd it. It was going great, but I think I definitely want to give this book another shot. This one is a science fiction book. This book is about time travel, where this guy, Jake, from what I remember, the diner that he frequents has a time traveling like closet in it, and he has to go back in time and stop the JFK assassination. So I'm really excited. I definitely think I may get this on my Kindle because this is like a big book, but it's floppy. It's like a floppy book. So next we have A Little Life. I keep putting this book in videos and I read like 10% of it. So I really want to read it this fall. I really want to try to get into more literary fiction books. Not a huge literary fiction girly, but I've really been wanting to dive into it. Next, we have Kristen Hanna, Firefly Lane. Again, I started reading this book. You can see I have a couple tabs here, but I just never finished it. I got to 30 pages one day at the pool, and I just haven't finished it since. Next, we have The Serpent and the Wings of the Night by Carissa Broadbent. I actually have really been wanting to just read this whole series, her Crown of Nyxia series. I believe the next book actually comes out in November. Like her next release in this series comes out in November of this year. So I've really been wanting to dive into it. I hear the romance in this book is amazing and I'm excited. And all of her books are on Kindle Unlimited, which is also a slay. Next, now this book I also got from a secondhand bookstore. You can tell, I don't know if you can see how horrible the dust jacket is. I'm assuming it got wet or something. Someone poured water on it or it just got crinkled, but by V.E. Schwab. And this book is The Invisible Life by Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. So this book is actually like an older popular like book talk book, but I've really been wanting to read it. I just got it and I saw this in someone's YouTube video of them reading it, and they said it was really beautiful in the ending. And one of my favorite movies is Aging Adeline, and the Aging Adeline? I'm pretty sure, the one with Blake Lively. But I really love that movie, and I wanted to give this book, it kind of has a similar premise, so I want to give this book a try. Next, I have None of This Is True by Lisa Joel. I've been on the hunt for this book for so long. It's like a thriller mystery, and I have been on a hunt for this book, and I finally got it, so I'm so excited to read it. Thriller mysteries are also a big hit with me when it gets the fall time. Next, we have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. This book is a historical fiction about World War II, and I absolutely love historical fiction. So this one I've been really excited about. I've seen it's very heartbreaking, which I'm all about a good heartbreaking book. I love crying. It's my favorite hobby. Next, I have Lovely War by Jill Berry. This is a YA historical fiction. I believe this also does take place in World War II. Does this take place in World War II? It does. Okay, so I'm really excited for this book. Also, look how tall this book is. This book is so tall for no reason. Okay, next we have The Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I read The Naturals, the first book in this series, and I've really been wanting to pick up the second one. There are 4 books in the series, and I've read the first one, so I have this one, and then I need to go buy the next 2. But the series is always good. I'm a big thriller mystery girl in the fall. I feel like that's everybody likes reading thriller mysteries in the fall, I feel like. Next, we have some rereads, which is Behind the Net and The Fake Out by Stephanie Archer. I talk about these books all the time. I really want to reread these before I read The Wingman, but I wanted to show those. Next, so this is an author, a super popular author that I've actually never read before, but I really wanted to dip my toes into the water, and that is Ali Hazelwood, The Love Hypothesis. And I've never read Ali Hazelwood, but I know everyone like loves her books, but I've never read them. So I believe this is her first book. So not her first, is this her first book? I think. But I wanted to give her a try because everyone loves her, so I thought I would give her a try. I know she writes cute STEM romances, which I'm all about, so. Next, we have Ashley Poston, a novel love story. So this is Ashley Poston's new release this year, but everybody has said that this book is perfect for fall time. So it released in the summer, so I literally have been saving it to read in the fall time. Essentially this girl, she gets trapped in the world of her favorite book series, which who wouldn't want that? That sounds amazing. And this cover is probably one of my favorite covers ever. I love these colors. Next, we have Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I've heard a lot of good things about this series. I know it's a large science fiction series, so I've really been wanting to dip my toe in the sci-fi waters, but if you guys have any good sci-fi recommendations for beginners, don't be throwing me in super complicated worlds. Comment down below and let me know, because I'm very interested. I love science fiction, like movies and shows, so I want to see about books. Next, we have Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. This is a book about a bank robbery. So I love Frederick Bachman's writing. I've read a couple of his books and I love his writing, but I haven't read this one yet. So, and this is, oh, it's a Netflix series. I did not know that. Next, we have Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I got this book last year in January, and I haven't read it yet, and I've really been meaning to, but I do love this cover. This is my significant other's favorite cover that I own. So next we have books all from the same author. So first we have the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J Maas. I'm missing 2 books. I'm missing the last 2 books, but I have this series by Sarah J Maas that I've been really wanting to read and get into. I liked ACOTAR, so the next series I have is the Crescent City series by Sarah J Maas. So I've actually read House of Earth and Blood. I actually listened to this book on audiobook. So technically I just have House of Sky and Breath and A House of Flame and Shadow that I haven't read. However, I can't tell you anything about this book. Truly, I know for a fact I listened to this entire book. I can pull up my Audible and it will say that I finished this book. But I can't tell you a single thing that happens. Like, I don't remember any details. Like, I know the gist. I have all 3 of those. But yeah. So those are all of the books on my fall TBR. I'm sure I definitely missed some that I don't have the physical copies of. Realistically, I'm not getting to all these books. However, it would be awesome if I did. So that will be it from me. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Sorry for being gone for 3 weeks, but don't worry, I'll be making it up to you guys with lots more videos coming. So alrighty, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTuber stuff every YouTuber tells you how to do, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.